Hey y'all. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come in, come in, come in, everybody. Hello. Happy holidays to everyone. I hope y'all are having a happy Saturday. Okay, get on in here, get on in here, get on in here, get on in here. Kick off your shoes and relax your feet. You are now in the den. So, guys, listen, I kept talking about it. I kept saying I was going to do it. Technically, it's supposed to be my daggone day off today, but, I kept trying to figure out when I was going to be able to do it. And I said, let me just get on up here, okay, and talk about it because I don't know why it's been a debate for years on whether Diehard is a Christmas movie or not. Like, what is the debates about? Okay, we got a Christmas party. We got a man coming to see his wife and trying to get his family back together, okay? And it's Christmas time. He bringing a Christmas gift for his daughter. While we riding in the limo, we hearing Run DMC Christmas song, even though he tried to play it and be like, "Oh, don't you got some Christmas music?" And it's like, dude, this is Christmas music, okay? We also got, the little. I'm sorry, no shade, but that ain't my favorite version for Let It Snow. But we got Let It Snow, okay? Playing a couple times. They needed, the Boys to Men version, but of course, this was before that version came out. So we needed Let It Snow, Let It Snow. Not that, one day was doing. Okay, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. But we definitely had some of the Christmas music going on as well. Christmas decorations, Christmas tree, a little ho, ho, ho. So yeah, I'm here for it. Die Hard is definitely one of my favorites. I always watch it and I had to go ahead and get into it and check it out, you know, so I could go ahead and be able to do this review for y'all today. So, hey, Kendall, I didn't know if you could come through or not. Thanks for coming through. What's up, Candy Love? Thank you for being in the building. Let me know if y'all can hear me good, child. I don't want to be up here, running my mouth and y'all can't even hear half of what I'm saying. Hey, Daria. Happy holidays to everyone that does celebrate. I know that we all don't celebrate. I don't know how many people gonna come through because y'all may be out doing, your last minute pickups or you may be cooking, cleaning, but wherever you doing, wherever you are, if you are listening, I appreciate you. I think I'm streaming on Instagram as well. I decided to try that out today. Not too sure, but we should be on Facebook, Instagram, and here. I can't see no comments from over there if I am on, but I appreciate everybody that checks out. If you don't catch the live and you come through for the replay, let me know. Replay game, you came by, okay, put some flames up in the sky, give me a wave, say hey, let me know you came through. And I appreciate, everybody that does come through and check it out, y'all. So yeah, Die Hard. I just was like so excited and wanting to talk about this daggone movie, y'all. Y'all don't even know, okay? Y'all don't even know. So, of course, we start out with John. He riding on this plane. His nerves is bad. He holding on to the seat. He's sweating. The person next to him basically tells him like, usually when I get off, if I'm feeling a little jet lag, a little funny, I rub my feet in the carpet and supposedly that works. Now, I don't know how true that is. I don't like flying either. I've only flown on a plane, I think it's 4 times now. I had just recently started flying in these last couple years because I was like, if I was meant to fly, I would have been a bird. So I don't know if this man insights on rubbing your feet in the carpet is, good or not. That remains to be seen, honey. I will have to try it for myself. But, this was basically the tips that he was giving John. And then, of course, we had, Argyle, come and pick him up from the airport. And we have, Holly, who we see is here having her office Christmas party. And she's calling in with the nanny, slash housekeeper or whatever else caretaker. And making sure that she done set up the extra room just in case he want to spend the night, okay? Because we got a little separation going on. And we over here looking at the daggone pictures on the desk, and we had to flip one of them pictures over because we didn't feel like looking at John's face. All right. Kendall says, I don't know about that, but I always ask for a drink when I'm flying. Girl, listen, I think I need more than a drink. Okay. But I feel you on that. Hey Moochie, you didn't get a notification? Yeah, I know these notifications don't be going off. Sometimes I don't be getting mines either, child. They say you need to reset them. That's why I'm always telling y'all, make sure that y'all following me on social media because I usually, like give updates there, the community tab, different things of that. That way, if YouTube is playing around, then at least you have another way when you know what's going down, okay? What's up, Jay? Thanks for coming through. So yeah, Holly was just trying to make sure that she had everything in order. And oh my God, you never seen Diehard? Now you gotta watch Diehard, man. I love all of them. I think three I may not like the least out of them, but I can honestly watch all of them. Okay, I rocks with Bruce Willis. I really do. Shout out to him. I know now his health is not good, but yes, definitely is a good one. This is a classic right here. Okay. So, he gets picked up and Argyle is asking all the right questions. He asking the questions that we all want to know, like, what is going on? Okay. Why are you and your wife separated? Why you didn't want to come back home with her? He was like, oh, you thought, y'all wasn't going to make it, that she wasn't going to make it out here and she was going to have to bring her behind back home. And, John like, oh, you a pretty smart guy. You catch on fast. I said, not John out here thinking that his wife wasn't going to make it and she was going to have to come back home to him. He tells him how he's basically a police officer and he had all these cases and he can't let these criminals, just be out here in the streets getting away. I said, John, you full of crap there, okay? But Argyle basically lets him know, like, well, just in case it don't work out or whatever, I'm going to stick around in this garage for a while. And here's my card. You could call me. And that way, if you need to go over to the hotel or whatever, and she ain't trying to fill you, I could basically still be here and take you over to the hotel. So he like, okay, good looking out. That's what's up. So now when he get in here, he asking about Holly McLean, okay, but Holly ain't using her married name, baby, okay. She said, no, I'm Holly Gennaro over here. So he was a little bit in his feelings about that, okay. He was like, I know we separated, but I didn't know we was going to, different names already. So are we on the road to divorce? What's going on? Now, when he get up here, he meets Holly's boss, Mr. Tagi or whatever, first off. And then, of course, we see each other and it's like that awkward, stare and a little bit of an excitement, like, hey, okay, little googly eyes going on or whatever the case may be, because he came straight there. And we also meet well, I will say one of the people that's probably the biggest a-holes and dumbest persons. Maybe we have to have like a match off between who was the dumbest one in here, whatever, right? And right off the back, he being a jack behind. And we basically have Holly and John just basically talking, and John fumbles the bag right off the back. Like, she's over here telling him the kids miss you. I miss you. I think that if you can, you might as well just go ahead and stay over here at the house with us, because whatever friend that he knew that was staying, I think it was in Paloma, that was going to be a long drive. And she was saying he would be spending most of the trip in the car. Really, she just wanted him there at the damn house. But instead of John being like, I miss you too, he gonna reply to her talking about some daggone, oh yeah, you miss me so much that you ain't using my name. You using Gennaro downstairs and all of that, and starting a freaking argument with her. And so she gets interrupted with them saying that the boss is looking for her right now. And not only that, we had a couple, that was trying to slide off into the office to get their groove on, that didn't realize that the office was occupied. So their conversation basically gets interrupted, and it's like once she walks out, that's when he's like, great job, John, really being an adult about it. And I'm like, yeah, you a jack behind, right? And so not too long after they're getting in there, we have these daggone guys coming in, baby, and they had their plan laid down, okay? They came in right off the back, taking out the security guards, 1, 2, 3. We shutting down the escalators. We shutting down the elevators. We shutting down the daggone phone. Like everything getting cut. We know the codes. We know where to go. We know what to do. We know we want these cameras out of here, and we want nobody to be able to have any access to nothing. Okay. And so obviously we've been planning this for a while. We already know the layout of the building, how everything works, and all of that type of stuff, right? But we don't really know who they are yet or why they coming up in here. Meanwhile, John over here rubbing his damn feet in this carpet. You talking about it work, y'all? Okay, he was like, oh shoot, okay, I like this. And he calls down to Argyle and he's like, well, I'm still trying to fill it out. I don't really know, what's going to be happening. But so far, it's coming along. And their call basically gets cut off because, of course, we got these daggone terrorists that's up in here ruining the damn Christmas party, okay? And, they done cut the phone line. But, of course, he don't still, know that that's what's happening, right? And so they both kind of like, hello. And Argyle was just down in this damn parking lot really having a funky good time. He partying, he drinking, he don't got a care in the world. He ain't noticing the trucks that damn went past him or nothing. I was like, that's why they say pay attention to your surroundings. Like, how the hell was you not hearing anything? I'm confused. What the hell was you into, Argyle, that you couldn't hear what was happening? So of course, they basically was just, like I said, right to it. Everybody had their they position that they were supposed to play. You had the ones that's supposed to cut the lights. You had the ones that was basically into, the computers, the tech part of it, the engineering part of it. So we literally all go to whatever post we supposed to go to, and we get into work immediately. We ain't trying to waste no time with nothing. Now, we then have them come off the elevator and they start firing up shots immediately. Everybody running and screaming. Of course, John being a cop, he hear the shots and he over here with his little pistol. But once he peek out the door and he's like, Dag, I'm outnumbered, okay? It's way too many of them compared to me and my little pistol and them and they big, machine hammers or whatever else that they got and a whole bunch of other weaponry. I'm kind of not in a good position. So he go ahead and find a way to sneak away up the stairs before they get to the room that he's in, because at this point they're coming down the hall checking all of the rooms, and we do see that the same couple that thought they was gonna slide on up in the room that him and Holly was in, they actually have went in the next room and was getting it in there, and they done got interrupted or whatever. And everybody's basically getting pulled to the middle of where the so-called Christmas party was being held. And so, child, this man came in, he knew the dates, okay? He knew who he wanted to see. He kept asking for Mr. Taragi and nobody was answering at first. And he said, baby, I know when you was born. I know where you live. I know your kids. I know your work history. I know your family history. I know your school history. He was giving the full breakdown and background. And so finally, Mr. Taragi is like, listen, it's me. I'm the one you want. Okay, what the hell do you want? What's going on? Why the hell are you in my place of business? Disturbing my Christmas party. And so they go ahead and take him over here on the side to, one of the side offices to have this conversation with him and let him know what they want. And they're admiring like the little sculptures that he have of the building where they are working at and other projects that he's planning on working on. And he's like, is that what you're here for? Hans over here telling him how much he loved these sculptures that he have and how he was into stuff like this when he was a kid. By the way, does anybody know the name of the building that they was in? Does anybody know the name of the building that they were in? So, basically when we get down to it, he ain't talking about these sculptures and all of that stuff that he got there or replicas or whatever. What he wants is 640 million, in bonds that's in this vote. And he like, give us the numbers, let us in the vote. We want the money. Okay, it's plain and simple. At this point, he done pulled out his hammer and got it on the table. And Mr. Mahagi, Lord, I'm thinking about Karate Kid. Taragi is basically like, no, okay, I ain't giving you no numbers. And he like, it don't work that simple. It's not a thing of me just being able to, just basically give you these codes. There's a whole process to it. And they're basically like, you're bull crapping with us right now. Either give it up or you're going to be up out of here. You're going to get deleted. We ain't got time to play with you. And we still are going to basically get the numbers anyway. So why don't you just go ahead and, cough it up? So, of course, he refuses to do that, and he gets his behind deleted on the spot. Okay, I don't know if he should have gave the numbers up or not. What's up, Inga? Yeah, I'm feeling a little better than I was. Thank you. Appreciate you for coming through. So, child, John then hears that and he's like, okay, yeah, we're going to have to get the police here. We need to do something about this. So at this point, I think he had pulled the fire alarm. And mind you still seeing Argyle chilling in this daggone limo, okay, maxing and relaxing, talking to one of his females or whoever on the phone. And at first, Hans is telling his men, like, shut that fire alarm down, call the cops, let them know that everything is okay. That was a mistake. We don't need them. They could go ahead and cancel out, coming here. Change the codes and, we move right along or whatever, right? They're not really thinking much about it right now because they feeling like we pretty much have all the people rounded up here. Who else could be on the loose in here that could have possibly pulled the fire alarm, right? And so next thing you know, John is seeing that the cops was on their way to him, and he's like, yes. And then all of a sudden, he see them do the U-turn because they done got this call that the cops is not needed. They got it handled or whatever. And he like, no, what are y'all doing? Why are y'all turning around? Come back, damn it. Okay, come the hell back. He was so freaking pissed off. Mind you, he ain't got no shoes on either. He walking around this whole time barefoot because he was over here with his shoes off, trying to put his feet in this damn carpet like the guy on the plane told him to do, and he never got a chance to put them back on, his feet. So he just got on his white beater, his pants, and, no shoes, walking around basically pretty much at the top part of the building right now because he's trying to stay away from all the guys and maneuver and figure out, who they are, what they doing there, and get the cops to come here so they can freaking help him. So, as we are basically moving on from there, they actually have a guy that comes up that's like, check the roof or whatever. So John get a hold of him and they fighting back and forth, tussling, and it just so happened that they fall down the damn steps and he end up getting his neck cracked. Okay. That neck was like, crack, crack. Okay, you up out of here. And so John gets the idea. He basically, after looking through his bag, seeing what he got on him, now it's like an extra weapon that he's able to get as well. He pretty much looks and was like, wait a minute. Okay, here go this Santa sitting over here with this hat and this suit on. I'm going to go ahead and put this hat on his head and I'm going to write a little message to y'all to let y'all know, okay, that you ain't about to have a Merry Christmas because you done messed up my damn Christmas where I was just trying to relax, relate, release, and come see my daggone wife and kids. Like, how dare you, okay? And so all of a sudden we seeing the elevator open and we hearing this lady screaming or whatever, and they all turning around to look and see what she see, and it's like, peekaboo, okay, ho, 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 Merry Christmas. And so, John had a little message for them, okay? He said, I don't know what the heck y'all think this is, but it's a no from me, dog, all right? Child, they was mad as hell at John, okay? And mind you, one of these was like, these twin brothers. So, I'm going to call him Ding Dong, he dead. And then the other one is basically, Scrooge, okay? Or, the Grinch or whatever, right? And so he was mad as hell, like, yo, he done took my damn brother out. It's about to be problems. It's about to be on and popping. But Hans is mostly worried about, the bigger picture of what they came in here for. He's like, regardless of what, we got to stick to the job, stick to what we trying to get done. We not here to worry about whether or not, your brother's okay and all of that. Like, I get that you upset about your brother and you'll have your time to get your revenge. But right now we are really focused on, just basically being able to get our job done. And once we get it done, rather, after that, then you could pretty much do whatever you want to do, right? We'll handle it then. But bro is pissed. He don't really give a damn what he's talking about, which I get. If it was my brother, I probably would want revenge too.
Get them back. Not back. Now I have a machine gun. Ho, ho, ho.
Now we have a machine gun. Ho, 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 bitch. Okay? So John done got one of their weapons and he letting them know that he's around, but they still don't know who this is. It's like, who the hell is this random person that all of a sudden came in and did this? And so, they basically seeing that, they're telling, Hans is telling them to let the brother know that his brother is gone, and also that we definitely got to find who this person is that's, running around the building doing all of this. And meanwhile, John is in the top of the elevator, literally writing down their names. So he still kind of got the upper hand because they don't know exactly who he is, where he's at, and he's getting to know more of their names. So he writing it on his, arm. He ain't have nowhere else to write it. But I said, where did he get the red marker at too? Because there wasn't nothing up there in that part of the daggone, roof where he was at. They just so happened to have a red marker conveniently by where he could be like, ho, 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 Merry Christmas. I'm just saying. So he got the upper hand on them with that for now. And of course, this is when his brother is breaking and saying how he want to get at him and all of that. And then Holly realizes, the only one that could make somebody this upset and be causing some problems is John. And Raggedy Muffin, okay, trifling behind. I'm sorry, that's what I call him. He gonna talk about some, what do John think he doing? He gonna mess everything up. I said, boy, shut up, okay? So, at this point, John goes to the daggone roof and he's on the radio calling the police from there because he's like, yo, I'm not getting nowhere with y'all people. I keep trying to, ring the fire alarms, make noise, make the lights go off, everything that I could do to get y'all attention. Y'all not coming. But not only is the police hearing him, the men that's in the building is hearing him too. And they're like, well, the only other place that he would be able to get access and be able to talk on the radio is from the roof. So they like, get up to that roof and, shut him the hell up. Like, they could literally hear everything he's saying to the cops at the same time. So that was kind of a disadvantage. And the cops is being dumb as hell because they over here talking about can you please get off the radio, sir? This line is not to be, playing games. If you have an emergency, dial 911. And he like, shit, if I could dial 911, that's what I would be doing. This is a freaking emergency. Yo, that cracks me up every damn time. Like, send the damn police. And then all of a sudden, they get up there to the roof and they basically popping shots left and right. And when she finally hearing the shots, she talking about, well, go ahead and see if we don't have a local dispatcher that could get over here and see what's going on, down over here at this building now. Okay. So, child, the officer that they decide they was going to freaking send is Carl Winslow. And he over here grabbing up all of these damn Twinkies. I said, now how many Twinkies do you need? He had to take like 20 Twinkies from off that damn shelf, okay? And he was pissed like, no, they not interrupting my damn, little Twinkie. I'm about to go home and be with my wife and chill for Christmas. I'm not in the mood for this shit, okay? That's basically what he was giving. And so John over here climbing stuff and flipping over stuff and crawling through damn vents and all of this stuff, trying to get, through the building And, we got Carl Winslow. He on the way. He takes the dispatch call and he basically say that he gonna go ahead, and check it out. And John is over it at this point. Okay. He said, y'all freaking keep talking about we'll get together. We'll have a few laughs. Come on out to the coast. It's gonna be all fun and games. Like, that's what they said. But so far, I'm not having no damn fun. Okay. I'm annoyed as hell. And so, child, I would have been pissed off too. I ain't even gonna lie. Okay. So Carl Winslow get his behind over here. He checking stuff, but he really didn't want to check it. It was one of those things where I gotta go. And I could kind of understand how that feels, because when I was doing security, that's how I felt. I used to have to go around and do vertical checks of the building. And I ain't gonna lie, sometimes I would be half-assing it, because it was like, who the hell want to be walking down, 11 flights, 24 steps, 10 steps, whatever, flights, I should say, upstairs, checking every damn spot. And so really he just wanted to go home. Plus it looked like it was quiet. It looked like it was dark. We can't really blame him. Okay. And so, he basically just was like, to hell with this. He did a little check, but it wasn't that deep. And in a way, it was good that he didn't go that deep, because he would have ended up getting caught up, because there was a guy right around the corner, that had this pistol ready to pop him had he continued to check. So at this point, he goes back outside to the car, and he's pretty much, saying to, calling back into dispatch, guys, there wasn't nothing going on with that call. We all good. And in the meantime, John over here fighting for his damn life. He's under the table trying to shuck and jive as much as he can to get away from this freaking criminal. He's shooting through the top of the table. The guy's shooting through the bottom of the table. And he's talking about when you shoot, next time you have a better chance of taking out somebody if you don't hesitate. And John was like, okay, pop, 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 pop. Okay, goes the weasel. Thank you for the advice in advance. Now you up out of here. That's all, folks. And so when he goes to the window again, he's seeing how Carl Winslow is over here, aka child, aka Al. All right. I'll just be calling him Carl Winslow because I used to watch him from that. But his name is Al in this movie, right? And he's one of the only people that actually ends up helping John, I should say. But we'll get into that in a minute. And so at this point, he was about to turn around and get the heck up out of here. But John was like, I know you ain't thinking you about to go no damn well, nowhere, sir. No, that's a damn lie. Okay, I'm tired of y'all running up over here and then bouncing. And so he like, I'm sorry, but you ain't gonna be able to do it. You gonna have to stick around. So, child, next thing you know, John throw a damn throw the daggone guy that he just finished taking
that's a
out
wild
the
goose chase
window.
over here at Nakatomi Plaza. Everything here's okay. Over. But nobody has no place to go. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Man, God, everything is a crime! Welcome to the party, pal!
Okay, welcome to the damn party. You not about to leave me here and run off again, while I'm dealing with these crazy ass people, because Al was about to be out. He talking about dispatch. We ain't got nothing going on here. That call made was bogus, and I'm gonna go head home with my Twinkies. And John was like, no, the hell you ain't. Okay, you gonna have to stay. Welcome to the party, join the party, get on your damn job. These people is crazy. They done took over this building, and I need help. I'm over here trying to hold this down, all by my lonesome. So he was like, that's a no for me, dog. You gonna have to stay. If I gotta stay, you gotta stay. Okay. I said, okay, John. I felt bad for Al, though. His damn car was all flipped upside down. He over here trying to climb out of it. Meanwhile, Argyle, we keep getting back and forth and seeing flashes of him throughout all of this. So when the truck goes past, we see him, he bumping this music, he drinking, he talking on the phone, like I said. And even when the cop car crashes and all of that, he don't hear none of this. So I said, well, I guess that garage was damn soundproof, because he didn't have a clue as to what the hell was going on. Now, finally, Al and John, they start being able to converse back and forth on the radio, and he's kind of giving him an idea, some intel on what's going down. He's like, yo, we started out with 12 guys. I done took 2 of them out so far. So, it's like about 10 of them left or whatever. I'm doing what I can. He's not really saying too much, and he's not telling him his real name. He told him he could call him Roy, because remember that these daggone terrorists are able to hear him too. So we don't want to say too much on the radio and give it away, to them. And so we, of course, are calling for backup, and we trying to get more help there at this point. Now we know that, yeah, it's serious. Something is going down here at this building, and we need help, okay? And so, Inga, I got it saved on my computer, and I actually streamed it from my computer. I don't think they have it anywhere for free. I think most of the things you gotta pay to see it. I know on YouTube it's definitely there for you to pay. I'm not too sure about the other streaming services. So, hey Torian, I ain't even see you came in because I've been in here running my mouth. Thanks for coming through. Happy holidays to you. So at this point, they actually see that Mr. Taagi wasn't necessarily lying, right? This setup that they have here is kind of complicated, but it's not impossible. They still feel like they could pretty much get the codes, but it is going to take them about 2 hours. So they definitely need, just for us to stretch things out and be able to kind of throw the cops off and all of that kind of stuff, so that we could go ahead and get, the codes and be able to get inside of it, right? And he was saying he needed a Christmas miracle, and it's like, nah, you don't need a Christmas, well, it is Christmas time, so you'll more than likely get your Christmas miracle, right? We can do this. And so they still are gonna go ahead with the plan. But in the meantime, they definitely want John taken out because he's annoying the hell out of them. We also had Hans come out and tell everybody, like, your boss is done. You won't be seeing him again ever, and if y'all don't want no problems, then all of y'all gonna pretty much do what we say. Y'all gonna go with the flow and all of that. So we have Holly come in the office and tell him, like, as a pregnant woman out there, she like, don't worry, she ain't due no time soon. Well, I think she had like 6 weeks left or something. But, you may want to go ahead and at least let her be able to get somewhere comfortable. Like, we get her moved to a couch? And he says, well, I could bring the couch out to y'all. Is that okay? She says, yeah, sure. So then she says, also you should let everybody go to the bathroom before we end up having people that's having accidents on themselves. And he say he's okay with that. So he notices that she's looking over at the table where these pictures is at. Remember, she flipped that picture over in the beginning when we first started. So he's like, is there anything else? And she's like, no, thank you. And he looks back to see, like, well, what the heck was she looking at? But he don't notice it right then and there, right? He just pretty much just sees the picture of her and the kids. And when he asks her what her name is, she just says Holly Gennaro, because she has been using Holly Gennaro. So it's not like she's, basically lying. So he hasn't put 2 and 2 together that, it's actually John there. Now, of course, because John done tossed this guy out the window and all this noise done went and the police done been called, the news knows about it now. And now this is a-hole number 2. I don't know who's worse, but he's definitely a-hole number 2. Okay. That irked my damn nerves in this freaking movie. So now we are basically, on the news. We getting SWAT brought in. We getting more police brought in. And the way they was trying to play Carl Winslow, a.k.a. Al, and act like he was just the dumb cop, that's in uniform, and like they know so much more because they're in suits, when really all they was doing was making the situation even worse. And poor Argyle, he didn't know what the hell was going on until when he finally sees it on the news from the limo, and he like, wait a minute, what? And he tries to go and see if he can drive up out of the daggone garage. But at this point, he's finally noticing that all the gates is down and that he's stuck and locked up in there. And I was like, really, Argyle, it took you all this time, like you didn't hear nothing? Like, is this limo freaking soundproof? Because how the hell you didn't hear all that commotion going on? I still don't understand it. And so, at this point, they don't really know who John is, and they basically trying to insinuate that, Al don't know what he's talking about either. Like, how you know for sure that he's not down with the terrorist people too, and he's not just trying to throw you off or whatever the case may be. And so they telling him to stop talking on the radio with them, and he's like, they're probably he's down with it too, and he's probably making a mess too and all that. And so, meantime, they just making a bigger mess. They literally putting people in harm's way. But, quote unquote terrorists, they don't care because this is actually a part of their plan as well. They just want to keep this going to give them enough time for these 2 hours to pass so they could go ahead and do what they got to do. And so they like, play around with them for a minute, keep them busy. They already know the tactics they're going to use before they even use them. And they know which direction they coming from and who they sending. And, he's giving him the whole rundown and the play-by-play while this all happening. So really, they're putting themselves in danger. And of course, John is trying to warn them. Al is trying to warn them, but they smarter than everybody. So I said, let them go ahead and learn for their damn selves. Some people you got to leave, to learn to themselves. You can't tell them nothing. And so they going ahead with this plan where they sending in these damn tanks and they sending in the guys, and they literally start popping them and they damn tanks up, left and right. Okay, they like hit them again. Just blowing them up. So John is over here begging Hans, like, don't do this, chill. They got it. They got the message. Leave it alone. And Hans was like, I'll take that under advisement. Okay, like, this is my damn show, and I will do whatever the hell I want to do. Okay. Yeah, Kendall, I just seen this comment what you said about the Twinkies. I bet Hostess went up after this movie with the Twinkies. Good product placement. I never was a Twinkie fan. I used to like the other little chocolate ones. I did have my times that I ate it, but as I got older, I started liking it like less and less and less. I think I was really, really young when, I would nibble on it here and there, but I wasn't picking up 20 of them bad boys like damn Al was. Okay, he was ODing. And then it was funny because when him and John was talking on the radio and he asked him the ingredients for the Twinkies, he was able to give him the whole damn breakdown of what it was, every single ingredient. I said, well, damn. Okay, Al, at least you know what you eating, I guess. So John decided that he was going to teach them a daggone lesson, and he was like, okay, you want to play, he's trying to also diverge them from being able to keep, hitting the cops and give the chance the cops to get away. So I don't think he realized how powerful it was going to be. He took some of the daggone C4 and put that on a chair, tied that up with a computer and sent it down the elevator shaft, and then was like, oh, shit, when that thing came blowing up. So that kind of gave the cops a chance to, run away or whatever, get back from the building. And then we get this jack behind that is definitely a-hole irritating my soul and spirit number one, dummy. Okay, he's number one and the reporter is number two. He coming in here talking about Hans, booby, I'm your white knight. Okay, I know, John, I got all the details for you. I can help you out. I'm the man that you need to see. I'm gonna make everything okay. I understand what you want. I understand what you need. And I'm the man that you need by your side. I'm going to give John to you. Mind you, he don't know John from a hole in the wall. He just met him tonight. He lying. So first John was looking a little nervous, like when Hans is calling him on the radio, he like thinking he about to tell him he got Holly and he found out that Holly was his wife. But no, all of a sudden, Oh, dummy want to get on the radio. John, why don't you go ahead and, tell him everything he wants to know and give him his C4 so that we could go home. And John is like, yo, they are going to kill you, Ellis. Shut the hell up. What are you talking about? He was like, you don't know me. Tell them the truth. I know you don't know how dangerous these people are. You ain't got the sense God gave a roach, but this ain't the time to be playing around. He was like, these people will take you out or whatever. And he talking about, come on, buddy, what are you talking about? I know we haven't seen each other in a long time. He like, yeah, Hans, he's going to end up taking me out if you don't tell me the truth, John. Thinking it's a freaking joke. And he's like, John, and John ain't damn answering. And then he like, I don't know what happened. He's not answering me. And Hans was like, yeah, okay. Pop goes the weasel on your behind too. You are deleted because you are a waste of damn space. And I'm just saying, why did you go in there? Like nobody needed you to do anything. You talking about how John was gonna mess it up, and you literally are the one that went in there and messed your own stuff up. All you had to do was sit your ass down and be quiet and wait to see what was going to happen. Meanwhile, thank God never told him that this was Holly's husband, but he did open up his big mouth and tell him that his name was John McClane and that he knew him, from being a cop in New York or whatever the case may be, because before this, all they knew was that his name was Roy. So you got, Hans feeling like he hot shit now, like, oh, Mr. Officer John McClane. And you got John saying, well, Sister Teresa used to call me that or whatever, and making his jokes because originally, he had said to him that he was more of a cowboy guy and, he basically liked Roy Rogers and all this different kind of stuff, right? And so, child, I just was like, yo, you so stupid. You deserve that death. I can't even feel damn bad for you at this point because you was dumb as freaking hell for that. And the next thing you know, we, of course, are seeing him being dragged in the damn hallway. Like, for what? What was your damn reason for going and running your freaking mouth? Stupid. So now, of course, we still over here on the news. Now they done got from the news station, so they literally down there on the spot. And of course, when we had all these different explosions going on, he like, did you get that? Did you get that? We also now have the cops being told, the FBI is being brought in, that the FBI is going to be taking over now, right? Another bunch of jack behinds. You would think if it's a higher up police that they're going to be doing an even better job, but no, the only one that actually have sense out here is Al out here and John in the building. Everybody else here is just a complete waste of damn space. And the FBI that comes, names is Johnson and Johnson. Okay, they both have the last name Johnson. They are no relation to each other though, and they no relation to Johnson and Johnson baby powder or baby oil or whatever the case may be, child. And they could have stayed they behinds right on home. We did not need them. Okay, and so they say they taking over the case. I said, Lord. Now in the meantime, John actually ends up coming up on Hans as he's looking for something, but he plays it off and tries to switch up his accent and be like, oh, I'm one of the hostages. Thank you so much. I'm so glad you saved me. Oh my God, I can't believe you here. I thought you was one of them. Help me, help me, help me. But in the meantime, that freaking accent was kind of cracking. I was like, John, are you really falling for this? Are you not catching on? Because he wasn't doing too good with the cover up for the accent for me. It was like sometimes it was gone, but sometimes it was still there. But John is telling him like, come on, okay, come on, come with me. And how did you get away? And where was you hiding? And we making all this small talk or whatever, right? And so we actually get to where there's this sign that says all of the employees' names on it. And John was trying to figure out like whether he lying or not, because I think he felt like it was something a little fishy going on. And when he asked him what his name was, he told him that it was William Clay. And when he's looking up at the sign, Bill Clay rather, right? And when he's looking at the sign, it does say William Clay up there. So he like, okay, still kind of giving him the benefit of the doubt, ask him do he want a cigarette and all of that. Meanwhile, back over at the van where the news people is at, child, Please tell me why this damn reporter was like, oh, you got anything good for me? And she gonna talk about, yep, he's a New York City cop, you know, and he just so happens to be here with his family on vacation for Christmas. And guess what? I got the info to where the family is. And he take his raggedy freaking behind down to Holly House and gonna threaten the damn housekeeper, maid / childcare provider. She gonna call immigration on her if he don't let her, if she don't let him in the house to see the kids. This may be the last time they can have a message for their family. I said, man, the way I want to jump through that damn TV and choke this damn man out, like, are you freaking kidding me? Because at first she kept being like, no, but once he threatens her, she got scared and she just let him in. I said, lady, listen, I don't give a damn if he would have threatened me or not. You would have just had to do it. You are basically putting these kids in jeopardy, and you putting John and them in jeopardy because you want to get over here and put a damn news story out on the freaking streets. Child, I was so pissed off. So, nonetheless, baby, you know, this is basically what I was talking about, where he's trying to compare and look at the sign and, you know, see whether this guy's actually, you know, so-called hostage or whatever, right? But it does not last long, because as soon as he gives him a weapon and he's like, you know, do you know how to use a weapon and everything like that? And he's like, yeah, one time I went and we was doing something with like the paint guns and stuff. He said, yeah, well, this is a little different. This is real. The minute John turns his back, he was basically pointing it at him. And then John is just like, oh, Hans, okay, we finally meet. And at the same time, we have old crazy ass, you know, twin brother that want to seek revenge for his brother being taken out, show up, and we have him bust off a whole bunch of shots at John. And this glass breaks and, of course, cuts up John's feet, something terrible. Because, of course, he still ain't have no damn shoes on, but it also did kind of give him a chance to run away and be able to get to both of them. So he dragging himself on in this damn bathroom. And child, I said, how much blood is coming out this foot? Okay, how much glass got in it? Because we have blood every damn where, right? So now, you know, at this point, they basically what they wanted, they're getting every which way that they wanted this thing to go. The FBI doesn't even know that they are actually helping them to succeed with their plans. Okay. So at this point, they're cutting the power, which is exactly what they wanted. And, you know, I'm hearing the power people talking about, well, that's going to take out 300 and something people apartments. That's going to be X amount of damn, you know, blocks. I was like, yo, I would be so pissed off if I was one of those apartments. I mean, I don't like a blackout during no time. I don't know if y'all ever experienced a blackout, but I've experienced them twice, and it ain't no damn joke, okay? And could you imagine, on top of that, it's holiday time, you trying to chill with your family or whatever, and you just got all the damn lights going out because these damn random people deciding that they want to do this or whatever. So in the meantime, not only are they making the blackout happen, but they actually also are, you know, making the having this so-called helicopter come, where the FBI is tricking them, but they're thinking that, you know, supposedly they're sending them the helicopter that they asked for. And another thing that they asked for was for these prisoners to be released. But this is all a hoax. They really don't care about the prisoners, but we're requesting this just so this could be another thing to throw them off, to keep them busy, to make them feel like, you know, we're doing what the terrorists are asking for. So they were supposed to get them released within 2 hours, and they was telling them, like, you know, I don't think we're going to be able to do that. So all of this is helping them, because once the power gets shut down, then they actually could be able to get access to get into the vote. That's the whole point of it. So it's like y'all literally are handing them what they want, and y'all don't even know that, okay? Because that's how stupid they are. And so finally, John and, you know, bro, we got to meet up, of course. We got to have our rumble in the jungle. You know, he catches John as John was like, well, wait a minute. What was Hans looking for when I caught him? Obviously, he was back here looking at something or looking for something. And when John climbs up and looks, he sees a whole bunch of C4 that could wipe out every damn thing. And he like, oh, shoot. Plus, we got a timer going off on it, right? And so homeboy come up and catch John in the midst of him looking at that. Of course, put the hammer to him, and he like, yeah, now this is personal because you took out my brother, so I got to get you back. And here it goes that they come up on the damn TV screen with the freaking news reporter interviewing John's daughter, talking about, and how do you feel that your father's being held captive, and if this is going to be your last words to him, what do you want to say? And it's like, how the hell you think she feel? That's the dumbest freaking question that you could sit here and ask a little kid, and you over here exposing them, putting them in jeopardy. Like, when I tell y'all, I was so pissed off. And of course, like, at this point, this was kind of stupid to me at the same time too, because Hans pretty much had his plan. It was coming out, like they got to where they wanted to get to, and he was about to leave. But because he sees this on the screen, he now flips that picture over and sees that Holly is John's wife, and he decides to grab her too, talking about, oh, Miss Holly McLean or whatever, right? Thinking that she lied about her last name just because she didn't want him to know who John was, but in all actuality, she already wasn't using the last name anyway, so that part was never really a lie. But now you don't put her in jeopardy, and she done goddamn snatched, and he over here trying to call John on the radio, but John not answering because John busy fighting for his damn life, okay? He fighting for the damn right to live. I said, Lord, this thing was a hot mess, y'all. I'm sorry. I don't want y'all to think I'm ignoring y'all in these comments. I just been going to town. Oh, God. Yes, I wanted to slap him too, Kendall. Like, he needed a slap. He needed his teeth kicked out. He needed a thrown down the damn stairs. Okay, like all of the above. I was so damn sick of him. So now, you know, we basically have them taking all of the hostages to the roof because, of course, we feeling like, all right, if they do come with this helicopter, we want to be able to get on safely. You know, we don't want them to stop us. We don't want them to be shooting at us. And if we have the hostages there, more than likely they're not going to shoot. So, of course, you know, we want to do that. And when John finally gets away from homeboy, okay, left him hanging, he goes to the roof and he's like, where's Holly? And that's when he finds out that Hans has her, because Hans was over there like, John, I got a surprise for you. But of course, like I said, he could not hear him because, you know, he was busy fighting, so he didn't have time for that right now. He didn't even have the radio by him. So now, of course, he got to go running back downstairs to try to find Holly. And he's basically telling everybody, like, y'all got to get off this roof because we got all this C4 that is basically about to be like kaboom up here. And they was bullcrap busting shots like, I said move, okay? I said the damn building about to blow. What part y'all didn't understand? Like, why y'all still standing here? So that was hilarious to me as well. Wait a minute, y'all. I'm sorry. Give me 1 minute. I'll be right back. Sorry, y'all. I'm back. I'm kind of fighting a cold off back and forth, and my throat was starting to be on fire. Usually, I already make sure that my holes and my drink and all of that is next to me, but I forgot this time. Okay. So, nonetheless, John is pretty much trying to go see if he can save damn Holly now from this freaking madman. And so, of course, we got him. He's the last one on the roof. We got to have the dramatics. He got to run, okay? He got to tie this daggone hose around him and go and jump off the side of the building because only John McClane could do this, okay? Who else going to do it? It got to be done. And he got to kick in the window, okay, and bounce on the floor and get himself loose from the hose before it goes off the side of the building and pulls him down and drags him to his death. Child, and don't he get out of it just in the nick of time, honey, okay? I said, go ahead, John. Do what you got to do. So in the meantime, all of a sudden, Argyle, he's seeing, old science fake Urkel with the glasses leaving the building, and he like, oh no, I done had to be trapped down in this damn basement. I ain't did nothing the whole movie but sit with this freaking teddy bear in the back of this limousine and drink and talk on the phone. So he all of a sudden gets a burst of courage and he rams into the ambulance that the guy was trying to leave in, and he is able to get a 1-2 punch in too. Okay, he said John ain't gonna be the only one fighting around here, and he knocks him out. I said, okay, see you did a little something there. So that's at least one down. So now we get to Raggedy Behind, who got his hide behind Holly. And, he's sick of John with his jokes, and he telling him to put his weapon down, and, he bout it and all of that. I was supposed to have another video, but it's okay because I'm probably going to have to cut them out of here anyway. I don't even remember which one it was. But let me see. Nonetheless, John is over here laughing, and he like, why the hell you laughing? Okay, and I'm like, yeah, John, why you laughing? What the hell is funny? Okay, and he got his big doofy, henchman standing behind him or whatever. And John is laughing because he got a piece that's taped to his damn back. Now, how he was able to get the piece taped back there like that himself, I don't know, okay? I'm assuming it's because he's John McClane. So he got the piece taped back there, and child, he went pop, pop, okay? Got 2 of them, 2 for 1 special, pop both of them, but Hans is able to grab onto Holly's watch, okay, and I don't understand what the physics was because I don't know how this watch was holding him up, okay, while he's still hanging off the side of the building. But, apparently Holly watch is very strong as John McClane is, okay, and John is trying to get him off the watch, and meanwhile, we all looking up like, oh my God, I hope that's not one of the hostages. Lord Jesus, no, okay? And it was killing me because Hans was actually, I guess he kind of had the state of mind where it was like, if I'm going to go, you going to go too. So Hans was over here pulling up the piece like he was about to, pop off on one of them or whatever. But, luckily, John gets it loose just in time. Child, the look on that damn face as he is going down, okay? Down, baby, down, baby, down. Okay, you going down, Hans. It's going to be a long fall. See you later, Saradada. Peace. We ain't going to miss you, okay? But great actor, by the way. I love him. And then it was funny, too, when he tried to, throw back John's line at him or whatever, but he sounded all corny and funky saying it where it was like, no, okay, only John could say it. We do not need you, Hans. Let me see. I think it may have been this clip that I didn't get to play, but if not, like I said, it ain't that serious. I know it's one that I didn't play, but we will see, y'all. We just here. We here.
I'm afraid not. But you have me at a loss. You know my name, but who are you? Just another American who saw too many movies as a child. Another orphan of a bankrupt culture who thinks he's John Wayne, Rambo, Marshall Dillon.
I was always kind of partial to Roy Rogers, actually. I really like those sequin shirts.
Do you really think you have a chance against us, Mr. Cowboy?
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Yeah, that was it. That was it. Yippee-ki-yay. How am I gonna forget that one? Lord, y'all. See? So, Hans tried to say that back to him, but Hans, you ain't got the juice, okay? You ain't got the juice. So anyway, y'all, at this point, Holly and him is hugging up, okay? We reunited and it feels so good. Now look how these streets look, baby. They tore this place down. That's going to cost them a whole lot of money. And we did have the officer step up to him like, yo, okay, this gonna be a lot of money. Somebody gonna have to answer for this. Now, I did think this part was funny too, because why when him and Al finally see each other, I felt like we was playing the romantic music, like we was seeing each other from across the room, and we was like, John, is that you? Al, is that you? We got the freaking close up on him, where everything is falling around him and he's looking like he's just so amazed and happy to see John down here on these streets. I said, okay, it was a little bit much for me, but all right. So we get together and we hug it up and we happy that, he's out. And then here, of course, comes the same a-hole cop that was trying to talk all the mess, that's basically telling, John, people got murdered for one thing, and then there's property damage. And so John was about to knock him out, but John gets interrupted because I don't know how this guy's neck was so strong. I could have sworn the last time we seen him, he was hanging, but he had the strength of the gods too. And all of a sudden, he throwing back the damn blanket and he trying to pop off shots. And we had got this story earlier in the movie as well, where John and Al was conversing and he was trying to figure out, like, you seem like a very well-seasoned cop, like, what time it is and how to do your job and all of that. Why are you not on the streets? And he said it was because he unfortunately ends up shooting a teenager, back in the day. So he pretty much didn't want to do the police work in that way. But he said, don't get it twisted. Just because I've been sitting home and eating my Twinkies for a minute, I still know how to bust this thing off. And he had to go ahead and, take homeboy out, all right? Save John and Holly in the nick of time. I said, okay, Al, we see you. So, child, right up behind him, here come the damn reporter talking about how do you feel now? Now, mind you, right before that, let me not leave this out. Argyle also finally gets the strength. Now, you couldn't bust out this damn garage through the whole movie, but now you busting out the damn gate. Al was about to shoot him up too, but John had to tell him, like, nah, that's okay. He's with us. I said, Lord. So now, the reporter coming up, how do y'all feel that y'all got out of here? And Holly held off and popped him in the damn nose. And I wanted her to keep going. I was like, yes, Holly, bitch, go, go, go. Like, he deserved that, because how dare you? Then you gonna come back and ask me how we feeling after you put me and my damn family in jeopardy? Like, are you kidding me right now? Oh, Lord. So Holly and, John was reunited. We getting to go home to the kids. We getting to have Christmas dinner after all, and we gonna kiss it up and we gonna get in our Argyle limo and we gonna ride off into the sunset until part 2 comes, y'all. That was basically the movie, y'all. One of my favorites, Diehard. Okay. What is y'all favorite out of the Diehard movies? Do you have any? Do you like them all? Do you only like one? Let me know. Like I said, if y'all are here, please hit the like, hit the share, comment. I appreciate anybody that watched from Facebook or Instagram. Hopefully the Instagram went through. I don't even know. Okay. And, y'all make sure that if you're here for the replay, you let me know replay game that you came by, put some flames up in the sky, okay? and tell me which one you like, your favorite Christmas movies, your favorite Diehard movies, whatever you want to talk about is okay with me as long as we all keeping it, respectfully. And you guys, I think me and Moochie is gonna be discussing The Color Purple sometime this evening. Look out for that. What else I got going on? Okay, now I can make my announcements. I actually got 2 new segments that I'm bringing to the channel. One is gonna be Mafia Mondays. Okay, little mafia mobsters of it all, mafia movies, mobster movies, gangster movies, cult classics, hood classics. That's what we're gonna be getting into on Mondays. I'm trying to set it up. I'm just like, don't know if it should be lives or if it should be premieres. I've never done a premiere before, so we're gonna mix it up a little bit. Some of them are probably gonna be premieres, some of them are gonna be live, some of them I may have a guest. But my first movie that's gonna be for this Mafia Monday is going to be Warriors Come Out and Play, because that's one of my favorites and I feel like talking about it. And so I'm trying to also set it up so that my members could see it first. So the members will get the exclusive little one. Shout out to Kendall, Detroit Kings, Renee Beckham, Savannah, and I forget who the other person was, but I know it was only about 5 of y'all. But y'all will get to see it first, and then everybody else will have it on Monday. And then my Fridays is gonna be, Flashback Friday movie, and that is gonna be Purple Rain. Purple Rain. Okay, we're gonna get into the prince of it all. And then all the rest of it is, just basically the same things that I'm always having. My Oval, my Sisters, Love After Lockup, of course, Raising Canaan, all of that will continue. And I'm probably only gonna be doing them like once a month, the same way that I do Self-Care Saturday, which you should be watching, trivia, the Throwback Sunday. It'll be a once a month unless there's times when I could do it more, because your girl been busy. Subscribe-a-thon is still on. I've still been going nonstop for this month, and it looked like January gonna be the same thing. We gonna be basically getting into a new season of Sisters comes right behind this one that finishes. I think the team is coming, or the Queen's Men is coming. So of course I'll be covering those. Should be tomorrow, should be the season finale for Rapish with Nita the Diva. Shout out to her. If y'all have been watching that, definitely join us for that. And so yeah, about to definitely be getting busy. I want to give y'all some new things as we coming into the new year. Also, sometime this week, just keep your notifications on. You might have to reset them because sometimes y'all don't get the notifications. Or follow me on social media. Make sure you're looking at the community tab, because I don't know exactly the day, but I know this week I will also be talking about the top movies and TV shows of 2023. I'm probably looking to do that maybe Tuesday, Wednesday. I don't know, because it's the Sisters and the Oval season finales this Tuesday and Wednesday too. So, it's a matter of working all these schedules and times out. But that's something else that y'all can look for as well. And I hope everybody has a very happy holiday. Okay, y'all know this is kind of not really that time of the year for me. I'll be going through my motions, but getting up here talking with y'all makes me feel merry. It makes me feel good. I appreciate all of y'all that was able to stop in and tune in. Shout out to Moochie, shout out to Inga, shout out to Kendall, of course. Thank you for being here. Kenzie Love. Okay, Torian, I don't know if you're still here, but I appreciate you dropping through. Jay, who said that never seen it before. Definitely you gotta tune into Die Hard, man. I don't care what nobody say. It's a classic, and yes, it is a Christmas movie. I will definitely stand on that. Okay. HEA, what's going on? I didn't see you. Thank you for coming in. So yeah, y'all. Definitely. Oh, she said you have to unsubscribe and subscribe to get the notifications again. That's crazy, isn't it? So we really shouldn't even have to be all of that. And I see some people say that they have to turn it off and then turn it back on. But whichever way, that's crazy. Oh, Kendall, you said your favorite is the first. Yeah, I think my favorite is the first, but I can actually watch all of them. I'm not gonna lie. I think I like part 3 the least, but I still could watch that one too. I actually have all of them on my computer, and I literally did like a binge fest the other day and watched 1 through 5. I watched all of them back to back while I was getting some other work done. So I can watch all of them, but I definitely rocks with the first one the most. So yeah, y'all, I hope y'all enjoy your time with your family. Like I said, not everybody celebrates, but if you do, happy holidays to you. You know, I'm gonna try to make me a little small lasagna and play me some Christmas music, okay? And it ain't gonna be this Let It Snow that they was playing in this daggone movie, okay? We gonna have the one with some soul. So yeah, y'all, that's what I got. Thank y'all so much for joining me. You know, if we do come with the color purple later, hopefully y'all will be able to join for that, and I will see y'all there, or I'll see y'all for rap ish tomorrow, or you know, I'll see y'all somewhere down the line, okay? Somewhere over the rainbow. Okay, y'all. See y'all. Toodaloo.